and love. Oh yeah. Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Terraria and Love. Today, because I didn't have any of my setup, I recorded all of this voiceover on my iPhone while sitting outside on BYU campus. So, if it's a little janky, you got the episode, so stop complaining. Anyways, down to business. The goal today was once again to beat a boss. That's how most of these episodes will be going, because that's how this mod is built. You pretty much go from boss to boss to boss. So today, I have my sights set on Queen Bee. I almost said Queen Slime. That is a later boss. Queen Bee. Some things to note since last time. I got a space gun, which isn't really relevant at all. More importantly, I built a boss fight arena in the jungle, which I will be using throughout this episode. To prepare for this boss fight, I went adventuring for a bit longer to get some better accessories, and then decided I'd take a look at the boss and see how well I did. So a few things make this boss pretty tough. First, the stingers, instead of just shooting at you, as they do in the normal boss fight, they shoot in a circle pattern all around the boss in two different styles, so you can't always dodge in the same spot. You have to be moving. In addition, there are lots of little minions that are shot out by the queen. However, I have this really helpful accessory that I got from the Brain of Cthulhu that blocks several projectiles, which gives me way better survivability, and I have several really, really good mobility items. So I'm able to get around really efficiently. I have some fledgling wings, some lightning boots, and the Shield of Cthulhu, which lets me easily reverse directions. However, everything changed when the Royal Guard attacked. When the Royal Guard comes out, the boss becomes impervious to all sources of damage until I take down the Royal Guard. So now I have even more things to deal with. In the face of this new threat, I decided that I needed some better ammunition. So I headed down to the underworld and found Bakugo. I found explosions. But wait. There's another Royal Guard. Explosions! But wait, 3 Royal Guards at the same explosions! But then, Queen Bee decided to retaliate with explosions of her own. After that defeat, I was a bit shell-shocked and stood for a while, staring off into the distance, thinking, "Excuse me, what?" I'm imagining this conversation in my head. So what's this new boss like? Well, it's a giant bee, so it has bee-related attacks. It shoots stingers, releases little bee minions, and calls down pillars of death from the heavens to smite its foes. Yeah. Nothing too crazy. In response to this new threat, there was only one thing left to do. Murder King Slime repeatedly so I could make some heart statues. If you hook heart statues up to wiring, they shoot out little hearts that give you 20 health back each at a fairly regular interval. Then I accidentally summoned King Slime in the jungle and ran away. Not for my sake. I wasn't worried about losing I was just worried about killing all of the king slimes. I mean, they have families. With the heart statue, I could consistently get to the final phase, but those death lasers were pretty tough to dodge because little bees would prevent me from getting out of the way. See, when you dash with the Shield of Cthulhu, it also acts as a weapon, so if I hit an enemy, the enemy will take damage and I'll bounce back from it. However, if there's a bunch of little bees and I'm trying to dodge out of the way of a giant death laser, I might hit a bee and bounce back into the death laser. This killed me a number of times. So I decided to try a different set of armor. I tried different accessories. I tried different potions. I tried killing King Slime again to make more heart statues, then forgot to install the other heart statues. Suffice it to say that I spent a lot longer fighting this boss than fighting the Brain of Cthulhu. Finally, I found the ideal combo, featuring the Inferno Potion. This is a potion that surrounds you with this nice little orange circle of Bakugo. Basically, anything that enters the circle lights on fire. So, a lot of the little bees could be taken care of without me ever having to do anything. But even with the perfect gear, this fight was still tough as a cast iron tortoise. Here's the final fight. To spice things up, I'll read AI-generated inspirational quotes throughout. What does it take to make the Dark Ages mandatory? Bureaucracy is a polite term. Don't let your thoughts get in the way of time. If you actually require to look like somebody you're not, a way to start can be to open up. Students are students, because that's just how things panned out. Regular craftsmen reveal. Influential craftsmen imagine. Going broke can be a first-class bungee jump. Sit on your husband. Thanks for watching. Love you lots.